Ever walked in a concrete jungle? You probably have. Now imagine these cities without all the cars, noise, and humans. Difficult, isn't it? Allow us to help. China has what people are calling ghost cities. Cities with massive skyscrapers spread across large cities, sans the residents. Experts are calling it any number of things, like a bubble in the making and a disaster waiting to happen.
Da kommt dann gleich wie in so einem Horrorfilm so ein Zombie.
Apart from China, ghost towns are jaw-dropping sights across God's green earth. We bring you the world's most deserted ghost cities that will leave your jaw dropped. Number 15. Pyramiden, Norway. Another coal mining town, this time around right from the Norwegian archipelago of Svalbard, was a Soviet settlement from 1927 to 1998, equipped with a sports center, theater, library, and a music hall. It leaves you wondering, maybe the Russians do like to have fun after all. To get to Pyramiden, you will need to take a boat trip from Longyearbyen, the largest city nearby. Number 14. Zhengzhou New District, China. Proudly presenting China's biggest ghost city. This town is filled to the brim with vacant houses. However, this $19 billion development lacks a bustling human crowd. Zhengzhou also boasts a large assortment of splendid public buildings, with tall residential towers built alongside large roads. It is capable of accommodating millions of Chinese citizens, but for now, only birds are the beneficiary of this well-planned town. Number 13. Kolmanskop, Namibia. The town once had a casino, school, movie theaters, and all the essentials of a modern town is now a place that has sand-ridden buildings. The town thrived back in 1908 following the discovery of diamonds in the region. Most miners of the region were German, which gave the village its German accents. But as the diamond supply depleted, people moved on with life.
Da kommt dann gleich wie in so einem Horrorfilm so ein Zombie.
Deserting a once bustling town. While De Beers currently runs this ghost town as a tourist attraction, there's a slim chance for the complete revival of the town because the sands you see are the result of a geopolitical shift. Number 12. Herculaneum, Italy. Let's travel back to the 1st century. Archaeologists tell us that the Herculaneum was filled to the brim with shops, villas, and bathhouses, until one fine summer day in 79 AD, Mount Vesuvius was having a rather rough day and decided to erupt and wash away this lively town with lava. Number 11. Humberstone and Santa Laura, Chile. Chilling in Chile's Atacama Desert are two ghost towns that were home to the saltpeter mines. These towns were abandoned in 1958, but the buildings have been preserved remarkably well. The theater still has its original seats, and the grocer's shop features a price list. You will also find a cast iron swimming pool. The nearest city is Pozo Almonte, about 30 miles east of this ghost town, where you will find the airport. Very critical information when you're in a ghost town in Chile, trust me. Number 10. Xinyang, China. Number 10 on our list is Xinyang, that lies south of China's Henan province, another massive development that lacks human dwelling. The city has no wheels on the roads except for about 100 cars that sit around the government headquarters buildings. The severe deficiency of inhabitants, however, has not deterred the government's resolution to reach for the skies with massive skyscrapers. Number 9. Kayaköy, Turkey. Quick! Which movie does this picture remind you of? Aha! It's featured in the 2014 Russell Crowe movie, The Water Diviner. The hillside, Greek-style town was once home to a sizable Greek population. Then the Greco-Turkish War happened in 1922, forcing these residents out of Turkey. The town has since become ghosted, and all that remains are stone structures. A great place for hippies to smoke pot, though. Number 8. Epecuén, Argentina. Are you an Aquaman fan? Me neither. But the movie does feature a similar-looking city called Atlantis. A prosperous town back in the 20s, the 5,000 residents of this town were forced out by frequent floods during the 70s. This caused the nearby Lake Epecuén to swell, and one day in 1985, the dam broke, washing away the entire town. The region experienced a drought that once again exposed what was once a thriving town after decades of soaking in rainwater. Number 7. Varosha, Cyprus. One of the most popular tourist destinations in the world, visited by famed celebrities like Raquel Welch, Brigitte Bardot, Elizabeth Taylor, and Richard Burton, is now a barren ghost town. The early 70s were Varosha's golden era. Come 1974, Turkey invades Cyprus, forcing residents of the town to flee for their lives. The Turkish military has fenced the town, and only military and UN personnel are allowed to enter. What's with Turkey being such a buzzkill? Number 6. Ashgabat, Turkmenistan. In 1991, President Suparmurat Niyazov, a gentleman very comparable to the likes of Kim Jong-un, aspired to usher in a golden era in this former Soviet Union country. Mr. Niyazov, smart as he was, tried to do so by erecting plenty of buildings using marble. Take that, Taj Mahal! Ashgabat is now the city with the highest number of marble buildings in the world. Duh. And the largest Ferris wheel. Be that as it may, Turkmenistan continues to be one of the world's least traveled countries. Number 5. Bangalore, India. Say boo at this Indian city that sits about 18 miles northeast of Jaipur. When during the 1720s the city was conquered by the Raja or King of Jaipur, the residents abandoned this town. Yep. Didn't even give him a chance. Anywho, the ruins of this town include collapsing temples, an old-fashioned bazaar or market, and a fort, all of which are rumored to be haunted. So you better carry a diaper pack if you plan to visit. Number 4. Cahaba, Alabama. This was once Alabama's capital. Yep, it's now a ghost town. During the 1820s, when it was still the capital, it was a major cotton distribution area. But the frequent flooding during the 1800s made it impossible for the residents to live there. The ghost town is not too far from Selma, so go check out the archaeological sites and the antebellum architecture if you're ever in Alabama. Number 3. China's most famous and the world's largest ghost city, Ordos Kangbashi. Meet the city of Ordos, where the only cars that use the roads mostly sit at the glitzy government center. Ordos Kangbashi, popularly known as Ordos, even sports a modern, exquisite-looking art museum, with no people to admire it. The construction spree in the Inner Mongolian town came to a standstill in 2012 and has not picked up since. Ordos has a spectacular line of dazzling buildings though, and hosted the Miss World beauty pageant in 2012 after being termed a ghost city. Isn't that a one-of-its-kind achievement? Number 2. Tatakhkan, Russia. This one's rather interesting. The town had not one, but two coal mines. Also, it was created by prisoners, only in Russia, right? Unfortunately, one of the mines was closed down in the early 90s after Russia's birth. As fate would have it, an explosion in 1996 put an end to this town for good, destructing most of the buildings. The town's population is now 0, down from 10,270 in 1996. Number 1. Chang, China. As if China hasn't already copied enough from the Western world, it went ahead and created a replica of Paris. You heard me right. Chang was built as huge luxury housing developments and looks like a rather dull ripoff of the French capital. China has also added a 300-foot miniature Eiffel Tower to the mix, along with a fountain that resembles the fountain from the Luxembourg Gardens. But alas, the city with a capacity for accommodating 10,000 residents has so far been a flop, with the only residents being the employees of a French-themed amusement park located close by. Who would have thought, of all countries, China would have this many ghost towns? When I imagine China, I picture people working shoulder to shoulder in a massive queue for buying salted bats. From countries across the globe, ghost towns are an interesting phenomena that recites a saga of their own. For more interesting stuff like this, check out our channel and hit the subscribe button to stay in the know about all things cool.